Hello people and welcome to watch yet another Carcassonne Champions League stage match. This is the the third one of the day, so we are on a good run now. Today, or this time, it's gonna be between Maksym Bazilyuk of Ukraine with the screen name Bazilyuk and his Croatian counterpart Zvonimir Vlaic with the screen name Bluste, known I guess most notably of his of being the silver medalist of the Mind Sports Olympiad Grand Prix in 2025, and has had a really decent success also in the World Championships on the individual level, where he has reached I believe it was sixth place in was it in 24? I think it was in 24. Today, Bluste is currently rated at 573 with 5,500 games, and his opponent a bit more than that, with the peak of more than 800 with 8,500 games played, with 642 rating at the moment. Bluste, of course, has been able to achieve the master rank in multiple occasions, but seems to have his current rating quite far from his peak. Standings looking so far, I believe, all right. Well, somewhat all right, I guess. They are looking doable for Bluste, with one win, one loss, and for Bazilyuk the same, one win, one loss, though with a quite a bad tiebreaker of -1. And considering the fact that one of these players is going to lose today and go down to 1-2 with a negative tiebreak for sure, then they are gonna be having a a forced decisions up on their, let's say, lunch table for the final 2 weeks, as they are gonna have to win their final two matches with a good score as well, with a 2-0, and otherwise it might be basically good riddance from the Champions League. Welcome, Nicola. Welcome aboard. So we have started. We have Bluste as the starting player, taking the first 4 points, and Bazilyuk starting SCT on the left. Bluste going for a field immediately, and we have the first 4 points also for red as well. City taken by Bluste, and likely going to be simply continuing that as well, or maybe could also be going over here and start another one, because that would not allow then a potential farmer coming from Bazilyuk when he finishes, when or if he finishes that city, and he will immediately finish that city, but with a quite preemptive farmer by Bluste, he does indeed avoid the farmer of Bazilyuk nonetheless. And I do imagine that we are going to be seeing this, maybe, although I think I would certainly prefer the other orientation for the Triple City going up and down, even though the block now is successful. But like if you are to try and block a city like this, then with any city tile, plus they can go over here. Well, actually, with a road to Rizzo would already be a spectacular tile for Bluste. of going over here and only allowing the starting tiles to be blocking tiles for his opponent. Unfortunately, Bluste also misses out on a pretty important aspect, and that is trying to lure in this road to oh, to its demise by going here with a curved tile and another curved tile, which he could have done had he just gone one tile lower. Now Bluste, of course, seems to prioritize getting a city to his field, which was then worth 9 points with 2 farmers, and successfully now has grown into 12 and more likely to 15 very, very soon. Bazilyuk manages to get the road out, also gets the first farmer onto the field, and he has the long-term meeple majority, that's for sure, because of this blocked city right here. And trying to not allow any additional farmers from Bluste to get to the field, though I do question the rotation of the crossroad, as it now allows a regular monastery to go over here, whereas if you go like this, then it's going to disrupt the monastery. Lo and behold, and it's going to allow the full completion possibly when you complete that city, which now it absolutely does not do that, allows the monastery for Bluste and allows the completion of the previous one, though it does allow an easy connection for Bazilyuk with his second meeple to the field, so that's at least some compensation, I guess, but I reckon a lot more could have been taken from that. Cities of Bluste and Bazilyuk trying to enlarge the field as he rightfully has the meeple majority, so long-term chances are favoring Bazilyuk to win this field in the end. Ooh, Bluste going for a third farmer in a rather, well, in a somewhat dangerous way, because this square can easily get blocked. Well, maybe not easily, but it can get blocked. Also, he does take away the further expansion chances from his ruin, which is now stuck at 7 points. Not the end of the world, but could have some more potential. And I imagine Bluste is gonna go for he's gonna try and go for the completion of the city. Going for the 4 points here wouldn't really make sense. Oh, I think he's judging whether to go here for 4 points or just for the completion of the city, and he decides to go for the 4 points just for the sake of not allowing an extra meeple to be thrown onto the field by Bazilyuk. And could also be maybe going for a further restriction, maybe over here. Restrict into a vanilla / a tube divider, which there is one such tube divider remaining and 2 vanillas, so still 3 tiles to go here. Wouldn't be that bad for Bazilyuk, but it would, I guess, would it actually do anything? I mean, it would take away some city caps, like this, but it would also allow a potential farmer from Bazilyuk to go over here and then connect via one of those city caps. Bluste continues the city that he has, which is now fully blocked. There are no daggers to go into the square, so he has now 2 meeples blocked into ruins, worth 13 points overall. And now there is a 24 point field with open city caps to fight for. And how is Bluste gonna do that when the meeple count is 5-1 in Bazyluk's favor in his hand, and he can't take away any field attacking options with Bazilyuk now going, of course, for one of those. And it's gonna be terribly difficult time for Bluste to try and maintain even the equality on this field throughout the game. Equal points also, so might not be a choice for Bazilyuk to win this field, but it might be, it might fully be a must. Though this one, I mean, I get the idea, sure, but I think it would have been like so important to go over here as Bazilyuk and to restrict the square towards field crossroads and regular curves, just so that it would not be possible for Bluste to block it into a starting tile, which there is only one remaining. Doesn't happen though. Instead, Bazilyuk has now successfully managed to get his second meeple to the field and has also ideas of bringing the third farmer as well. Via a Road Dorito, which there are still 1, 2, 3, still 2 of those remaining in the deck. And Bluste goes for his final meeple onto the field with no guarantee of a connection. This only connection spot that the farmer has is blockable. And now he is depending on monasteries to get a meeple back. Also depending on, well, somewhat depending on a vanilla to be able to get this 0-point farmer into the field, because when he wants to get the meeple back, he's gonna have to bring in the red farmer as well. Indirect defense from Bluste to try and still, of course, maintain the possibility of getting to the field, either via a vanilla or via a field Dorito, which there is 2 remaining, which is fine. Bazilyuk simply taking the quick points here. And this is the issue now. Like, Bluste doesn't even care about the defense of the square into a vanilla, because he already needs one in another spot. And by going over here, he would also create a really easy connection spot to the field for his opponent at the top. So he's just going to be like really trying to like not invest any tiles over here, but he does get blocked. I mean, this is no time to go for a liberation of the road, but we gotta assure that we have the field under our control. Now that we have 3 meeples on it, we are blocking the 4th one of Bluste, and we have 4th one incoming. Just in time, as Bluste was getting the tile, the tile with double capital T's that he was going to use over here to get the 4th meeple to the field. Now then, Bluste without any meeples. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are still 2 monasteries in the deck, which would allow the completion of the monastery and get a meeple back, which Bluste kinda desperately needs. And I mean, there shouldn't be any consideration. I mean, the move is to go here. Yep, there it is. Allows a meeple back to Bluste's hand and allows him to use that meeple somewhere, somehow, some way to try and connect to the field. Maybe here, maybe here via a crossroad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, that doesn't really work. Bazilyuk takes away an option for a ninja farmer, I assume. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only one regular curve though. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with no road Doritos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, there's a dagger, sure. Okay, well then this does make still sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there is a dagger, which is left-hand sided, right? There's one, there's two. Right-hand sided dagger, which would be even worse for Bazilyuk actually. Bluste blocks off the 10-point city, and Bazilyuk blocks off, or actually doesn't block, but tries to like kind of save his meeple from being blocked, but also offers up a possible field connection opportunity. However, Bluste gets the final regular curve, so this field connection is dead. Nothing to go in here, and could potentially be so that it is the final possibility for Bluste to attack the field. But that's not quite true now, is it? There is still a horse remaining, which could go either over here or over here, and Bluste can still connect via a dagger. And he does get the horse, and yeah, he can go actually, I guess, maybe even over here as well, but certainly he could go over here and try to connect via the dagger. Am I miscounted? Surely there's a dagger. There was a dagger. But like, Bluste is losing the field. Like, surely this can't be correct. Of like not even trying. Or is it? Wait, one. There's 1, there's 2, 3, and 4 meeples of Bluste, of Bazilyuk, and there's... Oh, sure, okay, never mind. Only 2 meeples of Bluste managed to get to the field because the vanilla was not drawn earlier on, so didn't matter. There was a chance, sure, but it was to no avail, as it would have brought only the 3rd meeple of Bluste to the field, and the game was already lost. 30-point field, and that is exactly why having blocked meeples with and at the same time having a huge field fight is not really a working combo. Prime example. 1-0 for Bazilyuk. And this time it is the Ukrainian who is the starting player. Yep. And has seemingly taken advantage of that with the first city cap, and also has started a nice looking road. And then we, I guess, go over here. Even though this is a somewhat unfortunate spot because we could get restricted to Oblivion, but we don't. as we get a city tile to save ourselves. And also we now have 2 cities at our disposal. I imagine Bluste goes for the field, and he does. That's also the second dagger, the second left-hand sided dagger, so something like a regular straight road over here would be quite painful actually for Bazilyuk, as it would not only restrict the second city of Bazilyuk into a city plus road tile, but also would enable the restriction of this main city to the one remaining dagger. And a field attack is what Bazilyuk goes for. Though I don't think it's really that good, because it was not guaranteed for Bazilyuk to for this field to even become like more than, you know, like 3 points, 6 points, whatever. Like I think Bazilyuk could like just easily wait and yeah, just wait for like better connection opportunities. Tries to do a semi-save and makes a semi-save to try and salvage the city. Takes away, I guess, a decent chunk of tiles that could block it immediately. But the odds are still not in Bazilyk's favor of getting away with this with the city project. Road monster drawn by Bazilyuk, and well, now has kind of a dilemma, or not. Makes a rather quick decision. So I was going to say that he has a bit of a dilemma of maybe doing something over here, maybe going something to do over here, maybe going over here actually, or something else. But the new city does get restricted immediately, and it is quite painful indeed. And also now the odds do work in Bluste's favor as they were predicted. And he first of all blocks the city, blocks the city of Bazilyuk, and also manages to save and finish his own as well. And now with both of these dividers gone, unfortunately for Bazilyuk, the second meeple also is forced to be drawn into a dead city. And again, may I add, we have a bit of a field fight going on, and the other player has more blocked meeples than the other. So you make the maths. Who's gonna go down here? Or let's say who's more likely to go down here? And my money is on Bazilyuk in that matter. Does get to go does get to do a salvation onto his city though, which is nice. So there's at least some a blink of hope there, and gets to connect to the field. The city is not looking particularly great though, with being able to get restricted down to a dagger, which there is only one remaining. And well, this city can be effectively be done the same trick too. Or maybe we just go here, 3 points for Bluste and forces a large expansion of the city, requiring at least 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles in its optimal state. Instead decides to just take a new city, cleans off both of the empty city caps, and I imagine nothing else going over here, but just let's take. Well, actually, do you take the points for the monastery? I think you would. I think Bluste could do that, and he does. So the power of the monasteries with a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and still 2 to come. And there are very good monastery spots, especially for Bluste. Over here for 7, over here for 7, over here for 6. And yeah, looking particularly juicy on that regard. Bazilyuk gets some love from the deck, getting his 8 points city off, the hook, and also an additional 3 points at that. Got the best city cap tile in the deck, and also has been able to successfully cover up his city from any further blocks or attacks, with still 4 field Doritos remaining, from which one is swiftly drawn by Bluste and threatens his own construction project up here with many juicy shielded tiles of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18 to 20 point city. And also threatens at least a restriction onto this field connection, which it does exist. Well, it can't be fully blocked, but it can be for sure restricted. City caps for Bazilyuk and tries to go for a semi-save. Why do I keep saying tries to go? No one thus far has only tried to go, but they have gone. And well, I reckon just 4 points for Bluste, no? Well, I guess he could also alternatively go, like, for example, for something like this. Go for completion of the monasteries, or like this. Takes the city and just tries to make sure that his primary city does not get attacked. And finishes it up right away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now this city is kind of suffering though. Bazilyuk could easily go over here and restrict that city into the one and only remaining starting tile. Doesn't decide to do that though. Simply goes for the longest road with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still 3 crossroads. And well, that's it actually for the road ends. No other road ends available. Has been able to get now the maturity on the field, which is still only at 9 points actually. Not particularly lucrative at that. And it's nowhere near enough to really turn the tides, with Bluste leading at 16 points with 7 here, 7 here, 6 here, so that's plus 20, and then potentially even another city here, so plus 22 from there, so plus 36, well, 30, 38, no, something like that. Like let's say 35 after this, and then the field 9, the road 6. So roughly about a 20-point lead for Bluste. Now, if Bazilyuk manages to get, well, this tile exactly, then his hopes are still very much alive with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 17 points move here. And Bluste doing his own stuff. Are there still road Doritos? There's 1, 2, there's 3, there's 4. Yeah, well, there are. Oh, there is 1 road Dorito. And actually, that's it. And the reason why he went here was that the final starting tile was drawn, and it left only this dagger for Bluste to go here and finish the city immediately. And Bazilyuk now tries to gather as much compensation as he possibly can from all sources, but it doesn't really carry all that far, as Bluste manages to grab the road Dorito and grab 2, 6, 8, 10 points, with leaving Bazilyuk, well, actually still a chance to finish a monastery here. But do you go for the monastery, or do you go just for the field? A monastery it is, says Bazilyuk, and He could be correct actually, but he's preying on getting a road end, then another monastery, and then being able to meeple the field. But Bluste is going to take the field, and that's, I mean, that should be the deciding factor for this game for sure, right? Yeah, plus 15 on the scoreboard. Fields are equal on here. We have a 12 pointer for Bazilyuk, so that's plus 3 for Bluste, minus 5, 8 and 8, plus 3, plus 11, and stuff over here. Now Bazilyuk does end up getting the monastery, but it is unfortunately too late. No meeple was received to really to score anything for it except for the 1 point. And we are going to be having a decider in this one as well, which I guess is good for the tiebreakers. Well, especially for Bluste, I guess. I mean, you rather take a decider than a straight up 2-0 loss. Quite fast games for sure. I mean, I would have actually predicted a bit slower pace, but only 6 minutes used by Bazilyuk and 7, not even that, by Zvonimir. And roughly the same thing was also in the first game, with about 6 minutes used by Bluste, and I think a bit more actually by Bazilyuk. But hey, if it works, it works. Starting play advantage for the Ukrainian, and looks to be doing an okay job at it. I mean, it's the position is. I mean, yeah, it's definitely pretty much it. It's okay for both players. So Bluste with the first 4 points, and Bazilyuk seems to have gotten only road tiles here. And for Bluste, I definitely see a ruin with these two meeples, and it's actually what he's gonna go for straight up. Doesn't even try to go for any city cap stuff on either city. And just continuation, no. Maybe meeple in the road? Is that too much? No, he says. Ooh, do we go here as red? It looks kind of juicy, no? And he does. I do like it. It has a lot of potential for blocking. Going over here with any city plus field tile, restricting the city and the road down to the 2 remaining starting tiles. And trapping potentially 3 meeples. Oh, uh, sort of dangerous, no? Sort of dangerous from Bazilyuk of adding a road Dorito here. Like it just like requires like 1 city plus road tile from Bluste to go over here with, and to take away the biggest threats here, and then just smooth away a win here. Now the starting tile is gonna help for sure, but still a full block must be made for Bazilyuk in order to cash in really big time for the setup. In the meanwhile, he's actually finds a rather nice move here. So first of all, restricts the city and the road down to a city plus plus field tile, to a city plus road tile, and in case there is a connection made by Bluste, then this square is also going to get restricted to the same starting tile. So, which would basically then mean the death of the meeple, because if a starting tile would be drawn, then it would of course always go over on this square. Ooh, that's a wonderful find. Wonderful find by Bluste. Makes actually a full save with the Dorito. So, like technically not, but practically yes, because now the square is still going to be able to get blocked, but it requires that one remaining starting tile. And other than that, only city crossroads go into this square, which are of course immediately going to save the city. Yeah, absolutely wonderful find by Bluste here. And now this square is impossible to block. Great job by the by the Croatian. Great job. Tries to go for further obstruction. And do we go for dagger stuff? No, we don't, because we have 4 points to take. Yeah, the entire match is potentially going to come down to that one starting tile, with Bazilyuk now having the need to somehow get compensation of his meeple maturity here. And it starts with, I guess, a 6 point. Yeah, it starts off with a 6 point city, or not. Uh, yeah, I guess he doesn't want to create this 5 point road, or doesn't want to give, or doesn't want to give the road end to Bluste. But yeah, Bluste is not going to even care about these points. He's just going to go over here and try and liberate the meeple over here. Or that's what I would assume. No? Because like this square, it doesn't matter. Because there's nothing to block the main square. I think it, like just going here should be the case. Because it gives us 5 points. It gives us a meeple back and potentially another meeple back. Ah, but he goes for the absolute greed, which I do not like. CCC gets discarded by Bazilyuk, which is bad news for him, as he is going to lose his starting player advantage. And he's going to start a field with 5 meeples in his hand. Shall we go here? Oh, like that? Yeah, sure, actually. Sure. So, not really afraid of getting restricted down to a dagger, because there are still 2 of those remaining. Plus then now with a field crossroad, and still does make the restriction. I'm not sure if it really takes away that many tiles though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, it takes away like 3 city caps, but now Bazilyuk needs the same tiles here and here, so that is of course a big bonus. Dagger by Bazilyuk, but not the kind of one that he wants. But he can save the square though, which is big news. And well, he would certainly also like to attack this city right here, which he won't be attacking, but he will be restricting it. There are no dividers remaining, but no dividers are needed, as Bluste goes for the expansion immediately, even with the shielded tile, and gets 4 more points on that city, now with 10 total. And that starting tile is still in the deck, and oh boy does it hit the hand of green. And that's 3 meeples back to Bluste's hand. Puts him up on the scoreboard by 10 points. And now, what do you do, Bazilyuk? What do you do? Minus 10 on the scoreboard. You have, minus 10 on the scoreboard, a 10-point ruin for the opponent, so that's minus 20. There's minus 22, minus 23, minus 17, minus 14, and then 9 and 6. So you are plus 1 now for Bazilyuk with the double fields, which are likely, I guess, not to stay as double fields. And 1 less meeple. Well, city caps can certainly change the outcomes here. Bazilyuk takes another field with 6 points on it and a bunch of city caps also on it. And so does Bluste, but in a more efficient manner, and this looks really, really good for Bluste. An 11-point move gets actually ahead on the scoreboard and on the board itself, up by plus 2 meeples, has potential to go over here for a 10-point move. And yeah, this looks absolutely disgustingly bad for Bazilyuk ever since that starting tile hit. And all of that achieved by a simple Dorito move. That was all that was needed. 3 points taken by Bazilyuk. Does take away the city cap from his field though, no? Well, there's still one tube divider, so I guess it's fine. Bluste has a chance to take either, I guess, the 4 points here, the 10 points here, or maybe the 5 points here from the road. Yeah, there's a real variety of scoring opportunities with this tile. He does kind of need to start using his meeples though, because he has 4 meeples with only 5 tiles remaining for himself after this one. So he can still take quick points, but if he wants to end up with not a meeple surplus, it's going to be rather difficult. But in his position, he doesn't really need to be like as efficient as possible when you are leading by, like, I don't know, 15 or so. Maybe not that much, but let's say, like, I don't know, 10. And you have 2 more meeples, and you have the scoring opportunities. For example, like this, going at the top, going for the field, going for then the connection to the field, or to the main part of the field, of 9 points, adding a meeple to the road. And yeah, just all the scoring opportunities are just in the hands of Bluste here. All of them. Crossroad for a Bazilyuk. Could be going over here for 4 points. Finish the road. Take out a field connection opportunity, I guess, and place a farmer on the 3-point field to be extra efficient. Or go here for 5 points. Sure, that looks actually better. Bluste delivers delivers with another 10-point move. 4 points for the road, 6 points away from the fields of Bazilyuk. Does get compensated by the 8-point move though, which Bazilyuk is about to make. So Road Monasteries fits nicely here. Well, actually, a 9-point move. A point to the road, 5-point monastery, and an extra city to the field. Should be kind of a no-brainer, I guess. No? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think I see anything better here. And like, you gotta go for the highest scoring stuff, right? I don't think there's like any fancy shenanigans that Bazilyuk can really try and go for. Ooh, maybe there is. What if you go here? Is there's 1, 2, 3. Oh! Oh no, there isn't. There are no road Doritos, and I think no daggers as well. Or is there? There's one there. No, there are no daggers. There are no daggers. But I believe what Bazilyuk was trying to figure out was like, if he can go over here, is it possible for him to overrun this field with the two connected meeples? And it was certainly a worthwhile to think about, but unfortunately not possible to do, at least not via this road. Maybe there's like a tile combo that allows it, but I don't think it really helps the situation. Like max 6 plus another 6, so 12 and 5 for the monastery. That's 17 and then 18 here. I mean, it's a lot of points, but first of all, I'm not sure if there are enough tiles of the correct type to do so, or if it is even enough on its own in the first place. So I think we are just gonna be seeing the 9-point move here by Bazilyuk, saving the two meeples for further use, and I don't know, roll over and die. 8 for Bluste, plus 12, plus 22, plus 13, plus 10, plus 6, plus 12, plus 3, plus 6. Yeah, Bazilyuk is minus 6. Well, actually, when you're only minus 6 now, but you have 9-point move over here. But can you prevent this connection? And it could very well, yeah, and the answer could very well be a no. Okay, let's try and figure out the remaining tiles. There seems to be actually a lot of triple cities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, you can. Oh, but no, but the quad city is gone. So 2 triple cities. One with a road, one without. So horse and a cow. Then what? We have no regular monasteries. We have no road monasteries. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have no crossroads. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have no Doritos. That's a bad sign. That looks like there are indeed roads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's one straight road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One straight road, one curve. So if we want to prevent this, we have to draw a straight road and a curve, which are not particularly lucrative tiles. Well, they could be actually. Okay. I mean, he does go for a huge bank plan, but it will not work. I mean, it's just not gonna work. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe Bluste allows it to work. Wait, hold up a second now. Ah. Ah. Not with this tile. Not with this tile, it will not work. Also, unfortunately for Bazilyuk, the dreams of keeping this connection dead are also dead. But I believe Bluste actually made a mistake here. Also, so if we were minus 6 as Bazilyuk, then after this we were minus 2, and then if Bluste just goes for here and prevents the curve straight road combo, I don't think there's anything that Bazilyuk can do, and I think it's actually a huge miss for Bluste actually. Like, so Bluste goes here, he's like plus 6, then we say Bazilyuk gets a straight road, a curve first, and then later this, and then gets 3 points plus 1 point plus 12 points. Yeah, I mean it was gonna it actually could have worked, I think, But however, it was like the plan was destroyable with every single tile in the deck if Bluste just goes for the destruction, which he didn't. So basically, this plan was reliant on Bluste's mistakes. No, 97 to 87. Yeah, let's figure this out. Uh, so Bluste fails to to do anything about the plan, and instead gets these 5 points right here, and well, yeah, it gets these 5 points. Yeah, 5 points, and also gets this. So and a 6 here minus. So brings me a headache when I have to do like a 6 tile endgame puzzle here. So we go here. We take +5 for Bluste, and then we get this for 3 points. So that's +8 overall, as opposed to 3 and 8, so 11, right? And then so that's -3 for Bluste then. And then Bazilyuk gets curve and a straight road, which would give him 6 +6 +1 +3. So 16 points minus this. I think it works. I think it actually works. I think it actually works for Bazilyuk. Is that actually the only winning plan? Like it works on the basis that like if we go here, we are basically going to rely on drawing the curve and the straight road anyways, for Bluste to not connect over here. But actually, you know what? It doesn't matter if we go here or not, because we can still go over here and just get the 9-point move, and we can still get the regular curve and the straight roads anyways, because we go with the curve over here and we go with the straight road over here, and we still get to overrun it. And this, like, yeah, actually this way, it's not even blockable. It's not even blockable with this exact tile. Because when we go here with the road monastery, there is nothing that Bluste can do to prevent that plan. With a horse, can't go here, can't go here, can't go here, can't go here. And then Bazilyuk just gets straight road and the straight, gets a curve and the straight road, which he was planning to get anyways. But he just didn't. But now he just did it in a way which is going to allow Bluste to prevent that plan with any tile in the deck. So Bazilyk's execution was just the like a worse version of the same idea, but with just some more precision. That's how it seems to me. So it would have been 9 over here. For the monastery, for the road, for the field, and then we go with the curve, with the straight road. We get 3 for the road, and then +6 +1 plus another 6, so 15 for that, 24 points. That is actually that is a winning sequence right there. That is a fucking winning sequence. I'm gonna even actually go back in time and make sure that we know the score of Bluste was like low enough for us to actually catch up. I'm pretty sure it was gonna be a winning idea. So let's go to like 120. Yeah, looks about right. We take the points, that's sure. Bluste goes for this, we go for 5 points. And actually, I guess we could even go with this crossroad over here to try and execute the plan even earlier, I think. But whatever. So Bluste takes the 10 points. And now we are at -8 for Bazilyuk. And -12, -22, -19, -10, -6, and with these equal, and yeah, we are at -6, and we have a 24-point plan. We go over here for 9. We are at +3, and then actually, I think we might still have to draw these 2 tiles. Yeah, because Bluste has 3 more tiles in use, so I think we still might have to rely on like a 25% or less, actually, I guess, to get the tiles that we need. And go here, draw the life out from this little 6-point field, and yeah, score a whole lot of points, more than we did. And there's nothing that Bluste can do if we get the right tile sequence. Like, okay, there are a lot of ifs in this plan. Like, we have to first of draw the straight road, we have to draw the curve, and we have to have Bluste with the horse immediately on his hand right now, so that he can't prevent this plan. So a lot of ifs, but then again, if we just go here and Bluste blocks, we are going to be at like +4, you know, +4 and 2 meeples to use. And then maybe it doesn't even matter what we get on our final tiles. Maybe we get still like a straight road over here. We get 4 points. Bluste connects over here. We are equal. And then we score this city right here for 5 points, and Bluste will be just left with not a way to get 5 points. That's also a possibility. Yeah, I see tremendous potential actually going over here with the Road Monastery. Several winning plans. We don't even need to. We don't even need to overrun this little field. Woo-wee. Would have been fine to see. Congrats to Zvonimir Vlaic for the win, going into 2 wins, 1 loss for the league stage so far, and joining plenty of others that have done so. Wahey, Cherry Papa, Larpaturi, Alexei, and Lord Terry Cloth, and still more to come, assumably so, on today and tomorrow. And for Bazilyuk, He's now at man. He's now at what 3-5? Yeah, 3-5, and that's bad, man. That's bad for tiebreakers. Even if he wins his both remaining matches against Andrea Pacenti and Helge H with 2-0s, he's still with only +2 tiebreaker, which very well could not be enough. So we might be losing Maksym onto the league stage, which would be quite a surprise. I have to say, like, despite the fact that it's just fucking look at who we have here. It's still gonna be kind of sad to see like 18 tremendously good players of like getting qualified, uh, qualified, disqualified. No, that's not the right word. Eliminated after the league stage. Big stuff. Um, More stuff is gonna be happening still today. Not on this channel though. We have Elias Mochan versus Matej Tabak at 1800 UTC, streamed by Utsematse. Then we have Sergio Antolinos versus Pavel Hudek on Alexei's channel at 1830 UTC, so just half an hour after the second match starts, or the first one, however you want to look at it. And then tomorrow we seemingly have a lot of matches to go. Michael Rus Podcast, Agistak, Chris Tucker, 203 Club versus Mateusz Boslevich. We have Yi Liu versus Matt Healy-Rainer. Vlaic versus Lauri Leppänen. Carmen Tang versus Vivian Charlotte. We have Martin Chelignac versus Esteban Obregon. And then we have finally Ricardo Araujo versus Thomas Preus. A lot of stuff tomorrow, from which I will be covering at least one match. Unfortunately, there are a lot of matches starting at almost exactly the same time. So we have, 5 matches? Damn, 3 matches starting at 1400 sharp, and then only 2 starting like half an hour from them. But I will be covering a Bluste Larpaturi for sure, and then for the others, I mean, either Chelignac versus Obregon or Ricardo Araujo versus Thomas Preus, I guess. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate that a bunch of these matches are scheduled so close to each other, but what can you do? Sometimes proximity is just not working as well as we would like it to. That's gonna be it for today. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for sticking all the way until the end. And if you did enjoy this type of Carcassonne content and would like to see more of it, then there is an easy way to support the channel by subscribing, by liking the stream, or by leaving a comment down in the comment section if you are watching this afterwards. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow with some more Carcassonne Champions League league stage matches. Bye for now.